I never use the same vacuum at different homes or offices. And there's a very important reason why. Many cleaners think it's more efficient to use the same vacuum and carry it from place to place, but I do not. It can actually spread bacteria, allergens, and microscopic pests. Yuck. Let me explain. And for those of you who are new here to our community, hi, I am Stephanie and I teach people how to keep their homes cleaner with less effort. And I also teach aspiring cleaning professionals like myself how to start their very own cleaning business on a part-time basis. And before we begin, please help this training reach more people like yourself by clicking subscribe, clicking like, and drop us a comment in the comment section. How about you tell me where you're from? City and state will be helpful. First, let's start talking about what the vacuum picks up so you understand my big concern. So we're not just vacuuming up dirt, we are vacuuming up dust. And what dust is made of is a lot of things. I'm going to refer to my list in front of me. So it is dead skin cells. That sounds really gross, but each person sheds thousands per day. So you'll see it all over the house. And some folks maybe shed their skin cells a lot more than others. So some houses are dustier than others for that reason. Dust is also made of dust mites and their waste. So the little microscopic bugs that eat the dust and then their little poo. Ew, disgusting, right? You're probably looking around your house going, oh my God, I need to clean now. Of you, that's probably that's how I feel. Fabric and carpet fibers are also in dust. Pet dander and pet hair. So the more pets you have and the more people you have in your home, the more dust you just naturally create. It doesn't mean you're a dirty person or you're a dirty family. It just means you just naturally create more dust and need to dust more frequently and clean your floors more frequently as well. Dust is also made of outdoor soil and pollen. So your shoes, especially on the floor and things, you're going to have this a lot more. If you have carpeted floors or even those hard floors with the little grooves in the flooring, that's going to really harbor that dust in there. I see a lot of families that I have gone to that have switched from a carpet floor to a hard floor, but it's that fake wood where it's got the little grooves in it. The little grooves are still going to hold that dust, so you're still going to need to clean it just as frequently as you would have vacuumed the carpet floor. The dust also is made of mold spores. That sounds so disgusting. Dust also contains food particles, and dust also contains microscopic debris, particles from space. That one blew me away when I learned about this. So actual meteor showers and all sorts of random things can track in on your shoes or on your clothing as you're coming in and out. Dust is biological and it's personal to each household. So each household will have different kinds of dust. So the problem with sharing your vacuum is that when you are taking your vacuum cleaner, now mine is a very small one. I have mostly hardwood floors in my home. I have a couple of carpeted, small carpeted spaces. So I use this, but I like the small one because I empty the dust out more frequently. So it's not building up because in the olden days where you would have a bagged vacuum. Most all vacuums that come out on the market now are a bagless, which are healthier for you. But a lot of folks in the, 70s and 80s and 90s, when I was kind of like coming up or whatever, they had bagged vacuums. And I have gone into homes where they still have that old Kirby vacuum and it's a bagged vacuum. And so you're not changing that as frequently. But the problem with taking a vacuum from one house to the next is a lot. Not just that you've got all the dust in the dust receptacle, but you're also tracking it on like the wheels and the bottom spaces from room to room, house to house. So, consider that. Let's say you are taking a vacuum from house to house as opposed to what I'm recommending, which is use the vacuum that your clients provide when you're a professional cleaner, or if you're helping somebody else clean a house, even if you're not a professional. So the vacuum has the capacity to spread mold spores, pet allergens, flea eggs. Yes, you can carry fleas from one home to the next. Bacteria like salmonella, which can honestly kill someone if you're not careful. And then it can also spread pathogens that become aerosolized, meaning they go up into the air. So like little particles, as you plug that vacuum in and start to run it, little particles can kind of like go up in the air. Now, every one of my homes ticks something off of this list, but clients with allergies, I mean, I have allergies, like pretty much everybody. If you have like a home with a couple of people, you're probably one of them is going to have some kind of allergies. Asthma, it can irritate asthma. Clients with pets, you certainly do not want to carry that pet dander from house to house. Clients with babies, because they're breathing, they have brand spanking new lungs and they are more susceptible to breathing conditions like RSV, things like that. Or if you have someone in the home that is immunocompromised, meaning maybe they have had a organ transplant and they are restricted to a lot of things. They have to use special soaps. They have to, really watch the dust that comes in from other sources. And the other problem with carrying a vacuum and using it from one home to the next is it can actually overwhelm your machine because you're creating kind of like this massive mix of different types of things that we were talking about as far as like the dust components, because you're like mixing it into this big pot, basically, all the components within your vacuum. When you do that and mix it between the homes, you're going to overwhelm the machine and you're going to need to clean it out more frequently if you are not fully cleaning it out in between each and every client. It can reduce the suction efficiency. It's definitely going to spread debris between the properties, and it can actually void your manufacturer's warranty too. So if you are a brand new solo cleaner, or you just started this small cleaning company and you have a vacuum that's going between places, you might not be able to utilize your warranty for the item if there's something that goes wrong with it, and it will likely will. And if you've spent hundreds or maybe thousands of dollars on a unit, you certainly don't want to be out all of that money. So how do you approach this with clients? So the first thing that I do when I do my first contact with the client is I will let them know that I do bring all my own supplies, but if they have anything specific for specific surfaces that they would like to use, please have those available for me, and I can determine whether it's a good fit for what the job is. And I also say, if you do have a vacuum, please make sure that it is clean and ready for use, because I always use the vacuum at my client's home because it is more sanitary. I just leave it at that. I don't go into all of the details. However, if you do have a client that is questioning whether or not what you're saying is true, just feel free to go ahead and share this video with them, and hopefully that will explain things a little bit better and help them to understand your choice. Professional cleaning is not just about creating a space where your clients come in and it looks good, it smells good. That's great, that's wonderful, but professional cleaning to me means protecting my clients and keeping them safe and doing what is in their best interest. I'm going to leave a link up in the description for a video showing my favorite vacuum that I have ever used, and I have recommended it to many clients, and many of them have gone ahead and purchased it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for connecting with us here today. I'm always here to support your goals and your business growth. Thanks so much for watching.